This is the first unit, or the first lesson in our unit dealing with polygons. Obviously, if you remember our definition of polygons, a polygon is a closed figure that has three or more straight sides. And wherever the sides meet, you're going to have a vertex. And so we're gonna talk a little bit today about um, the angles that polygons have. The first theorem that we're going to talk about here is theorem 6.1, the polygon interior angles sum. Okay, and basically what that means is the the sum of angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D plus angle E in this pentagon, or however many sides there are. And where that comes from, okay, the formula is the number of sides minus 2 times 180. Okay, and where that comes from is that if you start here at A and you form this into triangles, okay, you can see here that this this pentagon has one, two, three triangles. Okay, and you know that each triangle, the sum of the interior angles is 180 degrees. So this n minus 2 is basically how many triangles there are times 180. So um, so you might say, well, I'm not sure how many, like if what the different polygons are called. Well, that's where this table over here comes in. Obviously, three sides is a triangle, four sides is a quadrilateral, five sides is a pentagon, and so forth. So make sure that you copy this table down into your notes um, to to be able to refer back to when you're doing your classwork. But the important part here is this formula n minus 2 times 180. All right. The other thing that we're going to talk about is the polygon exterior angles sum. So remember, an exterior angle is if you take one side and just extend it out past the vertex. All right. So here you see that this is exterior angle 1, exterior angle 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so this is a six-sided figure, which is a hexagon. Okay, but the unique thing about polygon exterior sums is that all of the exterior angles add up to 360 degrees. All right, so we're going to use that to be able to figure out the measure of in a regular polygon, the measure of each of the exterior angles, as well as the measure of each of the interior angles. So pause the video and copy these two theorems and this table of polygons into your notes. All right, so it says find the sums of the measures of the interior angles of a convex heptagon. Well, if we refer back to our table, a heptagon has seven sides. All right, so this is heptagon is seven sides. Okay, so if we plug this in to n minus 2 times 180, okay, so n minus 2 is 7 minus 2 times 180, which is 5 times 180. And so we come off to the side here and we multiply 180 times 5. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 8 is 40. Carry the 4. And 5 times 1 is 5 plus 4 is 900. So the sum of all the interior angles of a convex heptagon is 900 degrees. Okay? Here it says find the measures of each interior angle of a pentagon HJKLM shown below. Actually, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's look at this heptagon again. We know that all of the sides together add up to 900 degrees. So let's look at what is it. What is each angle in a heptagon? What's the measure of each angle? Well, so we know there's 7 sides, so we know there's 7 angles. So if we take 900 divided by 7, we find out that 7 goes into 22 times, and so that's 6, 0, 7 times 8 is 56, and so on. And so if we actually plug it into the calculator, it's going to be a little bit over 128. So 5 times, just make sure that we didn't make a mistake. 900 divided by 7 is 128.5714. Anyway, it's a little bit over 128 degrees for each angle. All right. So if we look at this one here, we said we can use the we can find out that this is a pentagon. Okay, we know that all of these all together are going to add up to a certain sum. So a pentagon, so we got n minus 2 times 180. Okay, and so this would be a pentagon that has 5 sides. 5 minus 2 times 180 is 3 times 180. All right, so 180 times 3, 0, 24, 8 times 3 is 24, and 5. Okay, so 540 degrees. Okay, so all of these 5 angles add up to 540 degrees. Well, so let's just say 2x right here plus 140. You know what? Yeah, well, we can say 142. Doesn't matter really where we start. Plus 2x plus 3x plus 14 plus another 3x plus 14. All of those are going to add up to 540 degrees. Well, so now all we have to do is just collect the like terms. So let's collect the x terms first. 2x plus 2x is 4x plus 3x. 7x plus 3x is 10x. Okay? 10x plus, and I'm going to use the calculator here. So we have 142 plus 14 plus 14 is equal to 170 is equal to 540. Okay? Because that's all the sum of the measures of the interior angles is 540. So when I solve that, I'm going to subtract 500. Oops. I'm going to subtract. All right, let's do this again. Right there. So I'm going to subtract 170 minus 170. Cancels out. 540 minus 170 is 370. So we end up with 10x equals 370 divided by 10. and x equals 37. Okay? Now it says find the measures of each interior angle of a pentagon. Well, we already know this is J is 142. Okay? H, H and K is 2 times 37. Okay? So if we take 37 times 2, 74. Okay, so that's 74. That's 74. Okay, we have 3x plus 14. So that's 3 times 37 plus 14. Three times 37 is 111 plus 14, 125. Okay, so this is 125. This is 125. Okay, so now just to double check, they should all add up to 540. Okay, so let's check. We'll start with, start at the top and work our way clockwise. Okay, so we have 142 plus 74 plus 125 plus 125 plus 74 should equal, and it does, equals out to 540 degrees. Okay? All right. Right. Here it says the measures of an interior angle of a regular polygon is 144 degrees. Find the number of sides in the polygon. All right. So we know that n minus 2 times 180 is equal to the um, is equal to the to the sum of the um, is equal to the sum of the interior angles of the polygon, which we know each angle is 144. We just don't know how many sides there are, so we're going to call that n. Same as here. So okay, so when we solve this, okay, when we solve this, we can distribute this 180 times each of this times this, both of these. So that's 180 n minus 180 times 2 is 360 is equal to 144 n. Okay, and we're going to subtract 180 from both sides. 180 n minus 180 n. Okay, so we have a, don't forget, we have a negative 360 here is equal to, and this will be a negative, so if we plug that in to our calculator, um, well, 144 minus 180 is a negative 36. Okay, and so then we're going to divide everything by negative 36. Negative 36. These cancel out. So the number of sides, n, is negative 360. Negative divided by negative is a positive. 360 divided by 36 is going to be equal to 10. Okay, so this is a 10-sided figure, or a decagon. All right. All right. It says find the value of x in the figure. So we know that these are talking about the exterior angles, and we know all the exterior angles add up to 360. So we're just going to add all these together. So we start at the top again. 2x minus 5 plus 3x plus 10. Okay, so we've done this one and this one. Plus 6x minus 5 plus 2x plus 5x is equal to 360. All right? And we're just looking for a value of x. Okay, collect the like terms. 2x plus 3x is 5x plus 6x is 11x plus 2x is 13x plus 5x is 18x. So we just double check. 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 2 is 13 plus 5 is 18. Okay? So we've added all those together. Okay? Then we have negative 5 plus 10, which would be a positive 5, minus 5 is 0. Okay, so these actually just all cancel out here in this case. So we're going to say 18x is equal to 360. We're going to divide it by 18. All right. So when we solve, x is equal to 360 divided by 18 is 20. Right? So x is equal to 20. All right. Our last example says find the measure of each exterior angle of a regular dodecagon. Okay, so a dodecagon has 12 sides. Okay, dodecagon has 12 sides. So we know each of all so it's got 12 sides. That means it has 12 exterior angles, and all 12 of them added together is going to be equal to 360. So 12 times n is equal to 360. All right, and this is pretty straightforward. Divided by 12. Okay, so n is equal to 360 divided by 12 is 30. So each exterior angle of a regular dodecagon is 30 degrees. Okay, so that's it for the angles of polygons. Make sure that you've got all those notes copied down, and if you have any questions, make sure that you get in touch with me and ask those questions, and we'll talk to y'all later.